Mylifewithparkinsons. We're going to do an experiment. This is Wacky Wednesday, and you know, anything happens, anything goes. So I was told that this was something that works, and I'm not sure. I want to experiment. So I had my husband go and get 2 containers of strawberries. Now we only need 1 container of strawberries for this, but there's a risk that I'm going to ruin strawberries. And I couldn't possibly ruin all the strawberries, so I had to have a second one brought for me so that I could at least eat good strawberries right now. Because what I'm going to do, we do not wash them at this point. At this point, we're going to, got to open this container up somehow. Okay, let's see if I can get it open. Okay, I got it open. Can you believe I got a container open? I'm going to see if I can turn you up just a little bit so that you can see a little bit of what I'm doing. If not, I'll hold you up higher because I don't have you on a stand. Okay, so I've got the strawberries here. They're all looking beautiful, but not washed, and they still have their stems on. Now we're going to take half of this container, and we're going to put it in a glass jar. The other half we're going to leave in this plastic container. And when we leave it in the plastic container, they apparently mold within 1 or 2 days. If you leave it sealed in the glass jar, they say that it'll last 4 days or so. So we're going to just put it in the fridge, and I'm doing this ahead of the Wacky Wednesday. I will be showing the results for the Wacky Wednesday. So let's just start by making sure, you don't want to make sure that you don't ever put like one that is bad into your glass jar. That would not be a good plan. So I'm just going to put some into the glass jar. These are lovely looking berries, I tell you, Bill.
Safeway.
They're nice.
Cal picked them.
Wow, he did a good job. Okay, that's going to be a good enough sampling there. Okay, so we've got that much there. Now I'm going to put the lid on. Oh, these hands that don't work. There we go. I'm going to turn the lid on, and I'm going to put that into the refrigerator just like that. This one has this many left in it, and they're all looking good. Now, when you close this container, now these are the way they come, there is a slot all along that's got air that goes around it. So it's not, that's supposed to give it freshness or something. Well, we'll see. Now, before I go away, I'm going to tell you a little story. It was when we were, Mom was sick, and they were living in Abbotsford, and I went out and stayed with them for a year. So my brother and I, Gary and I, we decided to walk down by the Abbotsford Pier just every day just to go for a walk. And we were having a great time and whatnot, but he kept wanting to go a little further and a little further, and I mean, I wasn't in great shape. But I said to him, yeah, okay, like, we'll go. And then I said to him one day, we're getting awful far down this. I mean, there's a river on one side of us and fields on the other. I said, there wouldn't be any bears along here, would there? He goes, why would there be bears? And I said, well, this looks like bear country. And he says, oh, Darlene, you don't. And I said, because I said, if there was bears, if I ran into the river, they can swim better than me. And I said, there's nowhere for me to run. Anyway, he said, there's no bears. Quit worrying about the bears. So anyway, we're going a little bit further. And I said, we've got to turn around. I said, we're going too far. And I said, I've got to get back. He said, we're going to go as far as that next sign up there, and then we'll turn around. I said, okay. So we walked to the next sign, and guess what kind of sign it is? Beware of bears. Bears are in the area. And I said to him, well, now what do we do? And he says, we turn around and we walk back. Didn't see any bears, but he was like, oh, there's no bears here. I said, it looked like there was going to be bears. Anyway, I'm going to put these 2 in the fridge, and when I come back for Wacky Wednesday, we're going to see how they do. Okay, bye-bye. This is a Sunday, just so you know, this is a Sunday, so it'll be a while. Okay. Okay, it's another day for me. We're 2 days on, Tuesday, and I brought them out of the fridge to see what we're doing here. So, here's our container of the strawberries. Let's just see how they're doing. There's no mold on them yet. Okay, there's no mold. They're not looking as fresh, of course, but they are still good. They're still perfectly good. So that's good. I'm a little concerned with my glass ones because can you see the water droplets in there? Can you see how much moisture has come? A lot of moisture has come. So I don't think that that's a good plan to leave them in that moisture. So I'm going to put them into a bowl. Because they're supposed to be the ones that last longer. So I'm putting them into a bowl. And then I'm going to dry the jar. Now it doesn't, the TikTok didn't say to do this, but it makes sense to me that the water would be, because they tell you at the beginning, don't wash them. So that tells me that you shouldn't have them damp. So obviously this is, okay, so now let's just sort of inspect them as we're putting them back in. Let's see. Oops. Well, they're still looking good. I don't really see much difference between them at this point in time. So this was Tuesday afternoon. So they've had exactly 2 days. There we go. They've had exactly 2 days. So I will put them back in and we'll check them 2 days from now. You know what? It's terrible to think you're letting something go bad in your fridge, but otherwise we will never know the answer to this. So there's that one. There's that one. And they're going back in the fridge until 2 more days. All right. Bye. Good morning, everyone. My name is Darlene, and I have Parkinson's. I guess it's not really a morning. It's morning for me here, but it's the end of a video for you. Okay, that's not quite right. But we're going to see today what has happened with our strawberry experiment. I want to say thank you for watching my new segment that I'm trying to do called Trying TikTok Tastes and Things. So we're going to try different things and see what works and what doesn't. So the gist of this one, as we know, was to keep half a thing of strawberries in their carton, put half in a glass jar. We are on day 5 of these being in there. And I just have to tell you, it goes against every grain in me to just purposely waste food. But this was how we were going to know. So now I can tell you, I would not eat these. There is no mold on them, no, none at all. Because I think it's because there was air getting into here. But the tops are all very well done. I shouldn't say I wouldn't eat them, because if they were cut up and put into a smoothie, they'd be fine. But they don't look appealing to just leave raw. These ones, on the other hand. Now remember, halfway through, I think it was day 2 or day 3, this had a lot of condensation in it. So I took them out, wiped the jar out, and put them back in. I think that had we not taken that out, this would have been a different experiment. Okay, let's just take a... Okay. Let's grab a couple of them so we can really take a look. These ones are just fine. Like even their greens, you see the green part is just standing up. These ones are just fine. This would tell me that this definitely works. If you have berries that you want to keep for throughout the week, put them in a glass jar. This works good. But like I said, this one had a little bit of air, but a lot of the cartons don't have the air. And if they didn't have the air, these ones would have been a lot worse than they are. So these ones I'm going to cut up and freeze. These ones I'm going to get rid of. All right. Thank you for everybody for joining me today. And well, this whole week, I've been doing it this whole week. So anyway, we'll see you tomorrow.